Good Wednesday evening to you. Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott here with the local forecast update. Had a couple of thunderstorms on radar a little earlier this afternoon. All this activity fizzling out this evening. In fact, as we notice, temperatures are starting to cool across the state this evening. Showers and thunderstorms like clockwork on a summer day dissipating. I don't think we see anything else tonight. Temperatures topping out in the low 90s in Birmingham, mid 90s in Tuscaloosa, a few upper 90s back in Columbus and Montgomery, both topping out at 97. Certainly feeling like summer, kind of reminding us we still got a little while before the fall. Cooler weather is going to be here. Check it out for the forecast as we go into today. On Thursday, a chance for maybe a shower or thunderstorm after lunch. Risk of that at about 10%. Most of you stay dry. Will be hot. We'll top out in the mid-90s. Heat index tomorrow easily topping 100. So it is definitely going to be hot if you got plans outdoors. You're going to notice that. Forecast mild overnight tonight, mild and muggy. Temperatures going to fall back into the 70s during the daytime hours tomorrow. A few random pop-up thunderstorms across the state. Again, those will be very isolated. Most of you will not see rain. Most of you will have sunshine and hot weather for Thursday. Also on Friday, could have a slightly better chance for showers and thunderstorms across North Alabama, primarily north of Highway 278, north of Hamilton, Coleman, Gadsden on Friday. And as we go into Saturday, it looks like the rain chance will remain very low. All right, a lot to talk about out in the tropics. I want to start you off first off with Gaston. This is a tropical storm here in the central Atlantic moving northwest. We got a winds at 70 miles per hour. That is borderline hurricane status. This could become a hurricane anytime this evening or tonight, if not sometime during the day tomorrow. Also watching a tropical wave near Puerto Rico. That's a tracking west-northwest towards the Bahamas. Watching that feature certainly very carefully. And there's a couple of scenarios what's going to happen with that wave. You've probably heard a lot about it already. First off, it's not a tropical storm or hurricane, but there's a potential for that to happen. There's your low there. And again, it's a weak tropical low. First scenario, what could happen, we have a stronger subtropical ridge over the mid-Atlantic states. If that's the case, that feature there will block this thing from turning north, and the tropical system will move into the Gulf of Mexico in a favorable environment for development. Scenario 2 is a weaker ridge that will allow the system to turn more towards the north over Florida, perhaps the east coast of the U.S. if the ridge is weaker. Right now, it is highly uncertain which one of those two scenarios will be possible. Another scenario, it doesn't develop at all. That is a possibility. We're going to certainly let you know if this thing becomes a threat to our local weather or anybody in the U.S. Again, we're going to watch that feature very carefully. Here's our forecast models this evening. And again, each one of these represents a different possibility. And notice how most of the models move them across South Florida and into the Gulf of Mexico. A couple of them move them up the east side of Florida over the mid-Atlantic states or the southeast states. Again, that is a possibility, but we will watch it. And again, as we get a little bit closer, especially on Friday and Saturday, I think we'll have a much better idea of what this thing's going to do. Here's your local forecast. Now, Thursday through the weekend, it's going to be hot and mostly dry. Risk of rain at about 10%. Expect a mostly sunny conditions around a few puffy cumulus during the afternoon hours. We'll top out in the mid-90s. Heat index each afternoon approaching 100. Now, next week, Monday through Wednesday, all depends on what happens with that tropical low that's moving out of the Atlantic. If that does come in the Gulf, if that does impact our local weather, that's a big if, but if that by chance happens, we'll have to make some changes for Tuesday and Wednesday especially.